Rattles, rattles, rattles. We never lose. And when I say you all will learn, and you will learn the hard way.
Finally, supporters of activist Martins O'Shea, also known as Very Dark Man, are celebrating after the activist was released from the custody of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission after being held for 5 days.
The Nigerian people must be mindful of Muyiwa Adejobi, this first PRO at the first headquarters. This guy thinks that police work, he thinks police PRO work is about surfing the internet and arresting people that criticize the police. He thinks first PRO work is about jailing people, especially people that criticize the IG, people that criticize the police institution. Was this how Frank Kumba and other PROs, was this how they were conducting PRO work?
I am currently working on the release of all the protesters that were arrested during the Free VDM protest.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Plan B TV News, Gist and Blog. VDM finally regained his freedom after being abducted by the Efcc. A lot of his supporters are rejoicing because they free their rattle leader, the voice of the voiceless in Nigeria. Now, a lot of his supporters, let's say entirely, everybody is still waiting for him to release official statement on why he was adopted and the things he experienced during his abduction under the EFCC. But he left all his fans and every supporters with just a short clip he made with his barrister Deji. This short clip that is now speculating all over the social media. I want you guys to watch it. We'll be right back.
How do you put money laundry for person when no get money?
You don't launder your own money now.
Who broke?
You're not criminal now.
I not to do charity. They didn't wonder how. They don't know say they use debt to do charity. Anyways, we're outside with my lawyer, of course, and you know what we do. We can never get inside when we have our lawyer by our side. So right now, by Sadeji, you are going to survive me with at least $3,000 first for the starts. So
now, the news have made headline, and everybody's still asking, is it like something have happened while they abducted VDM that, okay, it was released on big condition, that's why VDM is not saying anything? This is very unusual to everybody that knows VDM very well. VDM is released, everybody, all his fans are curious and still waiting to hear from him directly. However, I want you guys to watch this particular video of Arise TV News, what they have to contribute to his release and the analysis and breakdown on it. We'll be right back to do some messages.
Finally, supporters of activist Martins O'Shea, also known as Very Dark Man, are celebrating after the activist was released from the custody of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission after being held for 5 days. The Efcc said VDM was arrested due to multiple petitions alleging financial crimes and that he had previously failed to honor invitations for questioning. Well, here's the moment. Some protesters who took to the streets to demand for his release heard that he had been released. Let's take a look. Well, all right. Good news there for the supporters of VDM. They're called the Rattles, just so you know. Did you know that? Yeah.
I left this yesterday.
You left it yesterday. They're called the Rattles.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that, the EFCC has listened and, they have released him, and we'll follow up on the story. And, yesterday we were having that conversation about how, horrible it is for the EFCC to have detained him without releasing a statement. They released him at this moment. Your
Yes.
comment.
I think one of the major things that sticks out to me is sort of the culture of catch and release that we've developed. And so because of that, I'll say I think it's very important for us to be able to see this case reach its logical end.
Absolutely.
Because whether it be VDM or any other personality, there are so many cases sort of lingering in the EFCC where we see that people are arrested, they are detained and so forth, they are questioned, and then we never hear about it again, or it resurfaces much later. So the catch and release, for me, I would urge the EFCC, please continue to carry us along in these cases and in your investigations, so that it doesn't seem as though you catch people and then, okay, once they're released, their docket just stays in a corner somewhere. Then the other thing is that, so he's released on, his lawyer says there's no conditions to his bail. However, his car and his phone are still with the EFCC. And they also made special mention to Femi Falana-San and said despite all that has happened between them in the past, he's said to have also made some appeals to EFCC as well. So I think that was very magnanimous of him. And last but not least, Deji Adeyanju made a comment, because there was conversation around the fact that this felt like a red herring. It felt like a distraction to just take Nigerian youth's attention away from the issues that matter and keep them busy with something. Well, the lawyer has come out to say that, well, that's not the case. Anyway, he's out now, so those who want to save Nigeria should go on and do so. But I think you can't blame people for also having these sentiments, because sometimes we've seen all sorts over the past few years. But, happy he's home.
In fact, you wanted to make a comment.
You see, the truth has to be said. I think we need to drum it into some people's heads. This matter is not about VDM.
No, it really hasn't been.
It's about the high-handedness in Nigeria that all of us can be a victim to one day. My boss that I cherish so much, Prince Oduka Obaegbana, will always tell the story of Frank Omenka.
Yeah.
When Omenka was riding road shoulder everywhere, he had the power then. He was jailing a lot of media people. But when Omenka needed help, that same system that supported Omenka to commit atrocity, that system came for Omenka.
All right.
Pretty much reminds me of Father Nemola. First they came, for some people I didn't speak up for them. When it was time to speak, when they came for me, nobody was left to speak up. And that's why I salute Femi Falana. Yeah. He did what a lot of people cannot do. Speak up.
All right.
Just say it the way it is. Until this, we are still waiting on the EFCC to please bring out those charges, because we want accountability across board.
Yes.
A lot of people claim he said there's corruption in the EFCC. Yesterday, I posted a picture. As at the days of Magu said that there are bad eggs in the EFCC. Yeah. They've always made allegations of bad eggs here and there. What we are saying is, EFCC, please detail whatever you have on him, what the petitioners wrote. Let us juxtapose what is available. What we are just saying is, whatever the petitioners wrote, they didn't warrant you to come and gestaporically take somebody away that way. Because what will happen is that one of a sudden, they will just come and pick somebody. Maybe we will be live on the show. They will just come pick somebody.
No.
You're saying.
Well, Rufai, like you said.
You're saying God forbid.
Like you said yesterday.
God forbid.
Like you said.
Who will have thought that in a democracy this will be happening?
Well,
don't say God forbid. Speak against evil. Fight it.
It's been going on.
Fight it.
Well, like you said even yesterday, that the current EFCC chairman did say that there are bad eggs within the EFCC as well. But like you said, they seized VDM's phone. We are waiting for content. We are waiting to hear what really happened. What happened to him in the EFCC custody? What he did. We're waiting for the charges from the EFCC. Well, kudos to Femi Falana as well, and great that VDM is back.
Me personally, I will say to you, VDM was released on Wednesday. I've been waiting to hear official statements. I have been monitoring his account to hear one or two things he's going to say. But there is no video, apart from this screenshots that he put on his Instagram handle on how GTB Bank have been deducting money from his mother account. Just as we are watching, these are the screenshots which he posted that, okay, this is how GTB Bank took money from his mother account. On the other hand, his right-handed man, Coco P, released official statement by faulting or blaming the EFCC for also arresting VDM supporters while they were protesting, demanding for his release. Well, he beat his chest by saying that he must make sure that the EFCC release every one of those that were arrested unlawfully because they were protesting. I want you guys to watch this video. We'll be right back.
My bro, anybody that arrests, they will release them. I am currently working on the release of all the protesters that were arrested during the Free VDM protest. Last night, I spent hours discussing to top EFCC officials on how they can be released. The only problem we have is that some of the people that were arrested are into Yahoo. So I'm putting in soft landing with a beg on behalf of those ones. But apart from that, every person that was arrested, every person that came out to show support and love to VDM, the Rattle, all of them will be released. I make sure. No, say all die and I die. I'm not fear anything. As long as it involves the people, I'll prayed. You understand? We must pray that again. No arrest can stop our shine now.
For my personal contribution, if EFCC truly arrested people that came out to protest, please let them release them. It is within their rights to protest because Nigeria Constitution said we have freedom of self-expression. Even freedom to protest is there in our constitution. I don't really know why this APC government don't practice democracy. They are more like a dictatorship. They are even worse than dictatorship. Whenever you say something, they come, they pick you and lock you up unlawfully. If you are lucky enough, somebody must have heard about it and raise alarm. That's only when you gain your freedom. If not, you will remain deaf. If you don't know anybody at the top, if you don't know a good lawyer that will fight for you, you will just be there. A lot of journalists are still in their custody. A lot of bloggers are still in their custody because of made videos or something they say. Well, a lot of people is still saying, what happened to VDM? Why is VDM not talking?
Make una see me see problem. I don't know whether only me where this thing they do. Since they release very dark one for EFCC office now, so they refreshing page. Today, even as I dey work at the refreshing page, I don't refresh time. I just want to hear all right, making talk what happen. I say as I dey now. I don't come inside car, I can't charge my phone. I dey walk. I come inside motor, I can't charge my phone, make it full. You understand? I don't dey refresh. Very dark one. We talk. I be the chicken injection. If the chicken injection where they make you know if you talk, tell us. What did happen now? I don't refresh time. I don't know whether maybe the spirit of gossip they worry me. I don't know whether they cause me time go like gossip, you understand? Seriously, I don't understand what happen. Copy. If very dark man don't tell you anything, no wait for him. If you no want talk, come and come do the all right for him, you understand? Come and come talk what he didn't tell you. Oh, more the thing not tire me. I don't refresh. If I refresh in page, I go to the note page. I go enter in page. I go to the note page, you understand? The two of them, nobody don't post with very dark man talk. Wait me this now. Oga, if they do anything for there, come and come talk. Make us start another riot. If they give you any food, don't make you no fit talk. Because see this video where you do now, when they see this video, see the touching baby, in the touching baby like who they think about in life. In the touching baby like say, if they say they don't give a warning, how I want to talk this in. How much? Oga, if they threaten you, talk. I go fly down from UK, come Nigeria, slap EFCC chairman, I go slap her for left eye. Then the craze. Shebona say very dark man they think. When I say they think, him and copy the word football. But in there they think. He be like say EFCC, you hope say when I don't do this boy anything, I not trust on her. On a feed don't spray one perfume, we go make this boy be confused. Or give him one injection for ampit or hope on I not add anything for him food. I the suspect on see, he's thinking about his life. Why? Seriously, I beg, Kokopi, ask your guy waiting to happen. Find one single mother. You know, say they like single mother. Find one single mother, give her so that thing go take get himself, you understand? Very dark, but even if you know what talk waiting and do for that place, just come and say, all right, EFCC. Psycho is okay for us, you understand? I beg, I dedicate this song to you so that you go find way. Talk what happen in Jesus' name I pray. Amen. I beg, even if not all right, Psycho is okay.
Is it like it was released on strictly condition? Like, okay, first, you don't have right to talk about the agencies, EFCC, you don't have right to say anything? Or is it like there is also a court hearing that is forthcoming? Me, I've monitored his account so far. Like, okay, I'm waiting for him to say one or two things, except a short clip of him, like Kokopi, recording him while he is watching TV. On the other hand, when Cubana chief priest went to visit him, they also released this video.
Don't play. They're going to learn. Chibino, don't play. They're going to learn.
Yes, don't play. When you play, you will learn in a hard way. Anyway, for all the Rattle gang who came out to stand in solidarity with VDM, demanding for his freedom, your voice has been heard once again, and God continue to reward you. For everybody that came out to stand for VDM, this particular lady, I don't know what they call it, see Jolo or Lele, I don't know. This particular lady, from the one to the very moment they released VDM, all the way from Lagos, she went to Abuja to stand in solidarity with VDM. Like she was frontline demanding, like she never stopped posting videos, she never stopped protesting. She was there until they released VDM. I want you guys to watch some of her clip. This is her shouting and rejoicing that VDM regained her freedom. And there are other videos we make about her, how she was then in the street protesting. Anyway, I want you guys to comment your thoughts in the comment section. Why do you think that VDM is not saying anything now? Some people said, oh, maybe they must have rejected him. Some people said, oh, maybe they must have warned him. Some people said maybe he's just acting on the advice of his lawyer. And, you know, he's still trying to say, don't play. But we know that, no, this is not VDM. VDM, we know, must have said, all right, now they thought they can put me down. But I come there. But he did not say. But that video he make, though, if you watch that video carefully, the first video he make with his barrister, it was cut and joined. They must have edited some things that he said. This lawyer might say, no, 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 don't do this. For the now, don't do this. But we'll still stand with him. Is the voice of the voiceless. The APC cannot shut his mouth down. The worst that can happen is for him to leave Nigeria and start doing his rate all the way from the Western world. Maybe he should go to China. God knows that we are with him anywhere. He still remains the president of Nigeria. This Acme, I don't know what they call it, spedality. Somebody should go and warn him. Him and the rest, some other people that are saying, Acme said that they arrested him, no Nigeria protest. Who is you? Who do you know? Is you and Portable that knows each other? Nobody knows you. And some other people that were rejoicing. Have you guys watched that particular video of that lady? Who were oh God, some people rejoice when you are down. Like this particular lady, I want you guys to watch it.
No respect. See, you are fighting for the people. Fight constructively. VDM has cases upon cases on his head, over 40 of them, and you think you can flounce and walk up and down and nothing happens to you? What do you do? What does that register in the head of the average Nigerian? Is we are lawless and you can just misbehave, and as long as the people are rallying around you, you do whatever you like? No. And I will say a big no, because it doesn't make any sense that someone of the stature, I'm coming. Do you know that for VDM to even post with 4 point how many million people to say the Igbo people are being looked down on, that whole e-money stunt, he can create a state of anarchy, right? Because he has following. He's lucky he was not picked up by the DSS. So let's stop these sentiments, and if we want a better Nigeria, the law is the law.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In everything she said, the people that clap is what upset me. Why were they clapping? Oh, do you think in this current state of Nigeria that you will just be in your house and be talking to the government small, and they will hear your voice? They don't give a damn. Look at the people they have heard their voice, because they must have said one or two things that pains their hearts. Like that copper girl. He said Tinubu is so, is it miserable? I stood to be corrected. Is he terrible? Yeah. He said Tinubu is a terrible president. That was what drew the attention. After all the things, Nigeria, the voice that every corpus have been crying for over a decade, because of that girl, despite the OKs, they were dragging her here and there, the copper fee from 35,000 went straight to 70,000. They said they have passed the bill. For the past how many months, they did not release that money to them. But unfortunately, because of that girl, because of her calling Tinubu a terrible president, they increased copper's money. Then, have you heard about other journalists? The only thing that gets to this president or this elite, this current cabas head, is when you drag them. Like, don't go online and say, they will come for you, but definitely you will gain your freedom. But you have sent your message, not what these guesses, all these people, most of these Yoruba people are saying. I'm not saying, this is not a tribal video, but most of them, what they are saying, oh, don't talk to Tinubu like that. He's your president. Don't talk to this person like that. Why will you say this? The only time they hear your voice is when you say some certain terrible things to them. You see, not in this country, somebody was saying, the woman that did not abduct you, she's not your mother, just because she came to do an NGO for something that is not even beneficiary to you. They were not saying, now your mama be this, so you not get another one. Like, seriously, Remi Tinubu is your mother. You don't have any other mother except her. Because you now say, no, it's not my mother. Now your mama be this, so like, she's not my mother. Now then it becomes an issue. This dictatorship government said, oh, they want to sanction all these nursing students for them not allowing Remi Tinubu to be their mother. Does that make sense? Somebody will say, now your mama be this. I say, no, she's not my mother. Then it's not a crime for you to say Remi Tinubu is not your mother. Anyway, I rest my case here so that people will not say I'm taking it personal. I'm waiting for you guys in the comment section. What do you think is happening right now that VDM have not yet released official statements? What happened? How he played that? What played that? Anyway, we're still waiting to hear from him. If there's any other updates, I'll be here to give you guys. What do you think about what the Arise TV News said? What do you think about that lady? What she said about VDM? VDM is so disrespectful. I don't really know why most guests really don't like VDM. Maybe because of his body shape, they just like him, but they're crushing on him. He's not giving them attention. And that's my case here. I'm waiting for you guys in the comment section. For those that have shown me love, liking, commenting, sharing my video, subscribing, God bless you. Only God can reward you. My own is to pray that all your good heart desire to be granted. On your least expected time, God will visit you with all that you have been praying for. I love you guys. God love you more. If you love us, please keep on showing your support to this channel by liking, commenting, and sharing our video. If you have not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Just subscribe to show this channel support. Take me to 200,000. I bet I not deserve one. I love you guys. Please, peace out.